Spotify is dead. At least for computers running Windows XP. But wherever there's an obsolete computer abandoned by society, there are those who step in to rescue it. So today, we're installing Spotify on this absolute unit of a Windows XP laptop. So stay tuned. And if you enjoy wrestling with the girthy laptops of years gone by, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Now, is today's video just an excuse to pull out my most favorite laptop, this glorious, monstrous 2006 HP Pavilion ZV6000? Perhaps, but it's the perfect platform to showcase SpotifyXP, which is my favorite kind of project, restoring functionality to old but perfectly good hardware. The gigantic Alltech Lansing speakers gracing the front of this HP Pavilion still sound great, and the single-core AMD Athlon 64 is perfectly capable of streaming audio. I mean, I'm sure Spotify had good reason for cutting off its last Windows XP client from being able to log in. Perhaps they had to shoehorn some more needless JavaScript into their bloated desktop web app. But there are literally, probably tens of us still pining to stream music from Windows XP. But to do that, we need to go get some stuff from GitHub. Right after a quick word about today's sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is a one-stop solution for all of your PCB assembly and fabrication needs. Do you need to prototype something, build a run of a project? I bet PCBWay can handle the whole thing, the whole way through. PCB prototyping starts at just $5 for 10 pieces, with as little as a 24-hour turnaround. And oh boy, do they offer a lot of different options. Flex PCB, Rigid Flex, HDI PCBs, every solder mask color under the sun. And they even offer PCB assembly, through-hole and surface mount, which starts at just $29 for 1 to 20 pieces. The low pricing and ease of ordering has made PCBWay the preferred vendor for many in the retro community for years. So if you have any PCB or prototyping needs, I hope you'll give PCBWay.com a try. So I discovered this wonderful project when viewer of the channel Jacob reached out, and Jacob also happens to be a contributor on this project. So thank you very much, Jacob. I certainly do find this very cool. Processor, anything that can handle Super Nintendo emulation. All right, so all we need to get are a VLC player and this particular version of Java 8. We're going to be getting the 32-bit version of everything. Even though we have a 64-bit CPU, we're running a 32-bit version of Windows XP, although there was a 64-bit version of Windows XP. And then I will get the latest version from the actions here. So we'll download this build file. We'll call that SpotifyXP, extract that. That will give us our jar file. And then I'll stick all of this onto a USB drive, and we'll stick that in the XP machine. And this is a totally fresh install of Windows XP from the recovery disks for this Pavilion. So we have all the drivers and everything that we're gonna need. All right, let's install Java. 3 billion devices. Those poor, poor devices. Man, that hard drive is noisy. All right, and just pop the Spotify XP jar file into my documents, I guess. Oh, and I should probably connect this to the internet, which for a Windows XP machine is the safest possible thing you can do. Double-clicking the Spotify XP jar file should now launch the application. Welcome to the Spotify XP Setup Wizard. Third-party dependencies, accept, stop at Windows, install. All right, install finished. Spotify XP on the desktop, look at that. Oh, here we go. Time to listen to some tunes. All right, we have two options to log in. I'm going to choose login via zeroconf because I do have a paid Spotify account. Oh, okay. Windows security alert. All right, unblock. Yeah, so now I just need to go to my modern computer, the Spotify desktop app, and authorize or allow this device, which should show up as SpotifyXP. No, don't play that, it's copyright. All right. So here we are, SpotifyXP 203 public beta. This is my home screen. We have Browse, Playlists. Oh, look at that. It has all the pictures from Browse. All of my lovely playlists. Of course, have to be careful not to play anything copyrighted here. Yeah, we can search, maybe try to find some non-copyright music. Here we go, chill royalty-free music. Let's see how this plays. No, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, that's playing all right. Crank up the volume on this thing a little bit. Yeah, we're just at 75% now. This thing is like a boombox laptop. It's amazing. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, and the specs on this computer are fairly middling, really. I mean, the Athlon 64 is a desktop CPU, pretty powerful. I bet this only has 512 megs of RAM, though. 768 megs of RAM. The Athlon 64 is at 2 gigahertz. It's an Athlon 64 3200 plus. Oh man, this song is pretty good. Love me some good chill music. All right, as we always do when we mess around with Spotify, we have to look up my old early 2000s emo band, In Dire Need. Oh, there it is. That's it, all right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here's all of my playlists, like soothing void noises, songs to stare at a wall to, good old yelling into a microphone over guitars, thrash compactor. This is really excellent. I mean, every part of Spotify seems to be exposed here, and it's not slow or laggy at all. I kind of wish this list showed the artist as well as the song title, though you can see the song title and artist together as it's playing. Yeah, we've got some links to the GitHub page, view issue, create an issue. What else do we have up here? An audio visualizer. All right. Well, apparently FPS 0. All right, well, cool. All right, we have this very ominous errors 55. Error queue, lots of Java errors in here. You know, this is, of course, very beta software. Yeah, these look like mostly API errors, like API rate limit exceeded. This application, of course, is a wrapper for the Spotify API. But man, how freaking cool. You know we have to try even older. This cool thing is a Toshiba satellite Pentium III at 847 megahertz with 384 megs of RAM. It also has this really cool pig nose subwoofer in the front of it and a suspicious button on the bezel that says bass, or maybe it says bass. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there it is, connected to Spotify. Let's find us something royalty free. Ooh, it's playing. Oh, look at that. Got Spotify and a Pentium II. This bass button doesn't seem to do anything. This subwoofer works. It's booming. All right, let's go even older. This is a Toshiba Pentium II, 366 megahertz with 192 megs of RAM. It doesn't even have an Ethernet port, so we'll have to chuck in this lovely blue 3Com card. All right, let's see how SpotifyXP handles this thing. Oh, look at that. We've got Spotify. Let's find us some royalty-free music. Ooh. It's working. Look at that. Spotify on a Pentium frickin' 2. That is awesome. Let's try to multitask with it. Look at that. We can do all this other stuff and still be playing Spotify in the background. That is freaking incredible. Look at that. We're opening other applications. Wow. What a cool piece of software. What a cool project. And it just freaking works. So that is SpotifyXP. And again, it's just my favorite kind of project, bringing real useful functionality back to really old but still very nice machines. So thank you so much to the creator of the project, Werewolf2303, and all of the contributors because it's really amazing. I will of course leave a link down in the description below to the GitHub page so you can try this out yourself. In any event, that'll do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more stuff like this, please subscribe down below. And thank you very much for watching. And I just want to give a very special thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and channel members. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for supporting me and supporting this channel and all the weird stuff I do. I am so very grateful, and I just could not do this without you.